Hi, my name is Luciano Bargman, and I've been managing remote teams since 2010. Today I'm going to talk about the project manager of the future, which is the productivity manager. You see, this is not a video about the basics of remote management. No, I'm pretty sure you already seen several videos of this with the tools, with the basics. This is not about it. We're going to talk about productivity and how you can apply these principles to save a huge amount of money on your company. And to illustrate this, I'm going to tell you a quick story about an experiment that we've done with a company from Canada. Out of the 40 hours per week that they would pay their employees, only 16 hours were productive. So this means that 40% of the time that they were being paid was productive, was generating value to the company. All the other was wasted on social media and news websites. So now I'm going to let you do the math and see how much you could be saving if you apply the same model to your teams. And what is this productivity manager? It's based on 5 pillars. First, you need specialized teams. The second, you need clear metrics where your teams can believe on. And then you need reports on these metrics. With these in place, you're going to create quarterly goals and finally an improvement plan. Now let's go a little bit deeper in each one of these 5 pillars. The first one is to build specialized teams. And what I mean with this is that you have to have people in the same team that do a very, very similar task, like coding or testing or something that you can measure between the team members and you can measure against the team average. So now you can stack rank your team members and see who is performing well and who is not performing so well. The second pillar is to define a clear metric for your team, one that the team believes in. So this is the single most important part of the productivity management, because if you define a bad metric, things will not work. You have to create a metric that takes into account productivity and quality. You cannot just have productivity because then it becomes a game. And when there is a game, your team will play it. So be very careful to always have a productivity number attached to something that can measure quality of your team. The next pillar is to create reports. And your reports on the metrics must have 3 aspects. The first one is the team overall metric. The second one is individual metrics. So you can, again, compare your team members between one another. And the last one is the cost per unit. So how much does it cost to generate 1 unit of value from this team? And once you have the reports, you must share it with your team. Every Monday, I meet with my team and we discuss about what happened in the past week with the numbers. If it increased, decreased. I also stack rank every team member and I ask the topmost, what have you done different that put you in the top position this week? And we also ask the bottom guys, what happened? What do you think that made you be on the bottom? This is a grown-up discussion about the metrics, and remember, your team agreed with the metric. So they know what they have to do, they know what are the rules. The fourth aspect is to establish a quarterly goal. This is kind of basic, I know, but it's very, very important. You have to decide what is the percentage of productivity gain you're going to have with each one of your teams. And usually productivity gain means cost reduction. Either you increase the amount of units being produced or you decrease the cost that is being applied to produce 1 unit of value from your team. And the last pillar is to build an improvement plan. And usually this goes around the weekly cycle that you go on the metrics, plus time and motion studies, experiments, and other activities that you're going to do to ensure that everyone is doing their best. So I hope you enjoyed this short video about the productivity manager, and see you on the next video.